Hello and welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be playing some automation. It has been quite a while since I've played this game and there is plenty of new stuff to be having a look at. Now the sandbox mode is all very well and good fun building silly crazy contraptions. However, I'm going to have a go at some of these scenarios. I like these because they offer a different challenge. You have to build a car to a certain specification, if you like. We'll start with you got the scenarios for engines. Sorry, I think I've shown them off at some point a while ago. I'm going to show you off the car ones. These are where you've got to build the entire car. So you have to build both the car, the sort of the running gear for it, as well as the engine. I'm going to start on this first one for today. We have got to, you can see down here, we've got the requirements. So it's got to use push rods in the head. It's got to have more than 50 safety. It can only cost so much money. It will have so much reliability, have so many seats. And then you get more points if you can carry on with these other tasks. So have more power than 241, more drivability, and so on and so forth. So we're going to, it's going to be building a big American car, basically. Sort of a classic-y or a more classic-y sort of thing. Right, we will jump into the scenario. Right, we only get one choice of body for this one. We're in 1972, apparently. One choice of body, and that's this. That's the only choice that we get. We can do some moving around of some bits and pieces. Again, much like again a while ago, I played the sandbox mode. You could move this stuff here around. You can do certain amounts of silliness with the car. So if you want to have a shorter wheelbase, or we can have a really long one, and can we do that at the front as well? I was sure. Oh, that was the front bit. Can we extend the front? I don't think we can. There we go. We can have a we can have really misproportioned windows. Look at that one. That one in the back corner there. I'm not sure I like the really long. We'll have a small as boot as possible, and then I think we will slightly drag that back there to make it look more sensible. Right, there we go. I've probably now just undone all the changes. Can we? We can't do up and down. We can only do. There we go. Okay, that's what we're going to do for the body. It'll do, I think. Sure, why not? Then we click on the arrow bit, and now we actually, do we do the chassis stuff first? Okay, I can never remember. Now we get a choice of the chassis type, so we can go for a ladder or a monocoque chassis. Now we've got to bear in mind that, of course, this one here is going to be not such a good chassis, but it's going to be cheaper and easier to make than this one. So you've got to bear all of that in mind when it comes to the final thing. So this car wasn't supposed to be particularly sporty, which is going to go with. It's all going to be. It's all going to be very much for muchness at the moment. It's when it comes to the final bit where you have to decide, or when you realise you've buggered up and got to go back and change everything. We'll be brave. We'll go for a monocoque one. We'll go with steel. We're going to want a. We're going to want rear-wheel drive, so we're going to go for that. Suspension, again, it's the same sort of thing. With this stuff, do we go wishbones on both of them? It's probably going to make it sportier than it needs to be and more expensive than it needs to be, but I think 14,000 isn't too hard a goal to get to. Then we will go for steel with the body. Bugger it. The downside of having the aluminium one is it's the production units is basically how long it takes to make, and handmade is going to take a long time. While it is technically better, yes, it's going to take a long time. Or if you go with something like fiberglass, again, it's still going to take a long time, and it's probably going to be more expensive. Is it? Oh, there's not an expense on these ones at the moment. Okay, never mind. We're going with that, though. That's what I've gone for. Right, now we get to play around with sort of grills and headlights and so on. Can we have these? These are great fun. Positioning all of this stuff and choosing. There we go. Now that looks like, I don't really like having them bigger than that. That kind of looks like the front of a car. Tail lights. What sort of tail lights should we go for? I'm thinking just circle ones. Simple circle ones. That kind of works. Actually, can we go... Oh. No, but... No, don't do that. I was going to see what these ones here look like. No, definitely don't like that. That's what I wanted. I wanted the chrome bit around them. There we go. That looks much better. Yeah, I just wanted that little bit more detail on the back of the car. Yes, I will have that. Indicators. So we can have little side things. We'll go for the chrome bits again. Yes, we'll have them there. The other indicators, I don't really like the rest of them. That one's okay. The other indicators are huge. That one there's not. This one here is bloody huge. That's a huge indicator to have on the side of a car. Then It's like half the height of the door. I thought that one there was a big one. Apparently not. No, we'll go with this one. And we'll go with it again with just with a little bit of chrome, just a little bit of detail. Since it's got the chrome bumper at the front and the chrome at the rear, I think it works. On this car, grills. Do we go with a chrome grill? I'm not sure about chrome. We're going to have too much chrome at the front. Can we go with sort of one there? Now these have a function as well. You can see here, cooling. Now cooling was going to be important in this because you need to have enough cooling for your engine, otherwise it's going to not last very long. So yeah, these do have a function, if you like, on here. We're going to try and go for a decent sized grille without making the car look too gopping. I'm okay with that, actually. I am okay with that. Yeah, I quite like it. We've got vents. You can do all of these. This is more for your sort of your sports car-y stuff, but you can have kind of vents around here. Shall we go for a vent down here? I'm not quite sure what it's for. Sure, we will make it look sporty. Could be for the brakes. No, because this car's got no sort of curved bits down the side, you can't really put them on there. But when it comes to the supercars and the sports car style bodies, then you can have more fun. Wings! You can have fun with wings, and this is my favourite bit of all. Yes, we can have silly, silly wings. Hold on, we've got to make you've got to cover the whole back of the car. There we go. Whoop, wait, don't go up the side bits. And then we can go... Oh, can we not go... Whoop? Oh, can we go... No, we can't go... fine, that's a rubbish wing. I haven't used that one before. We'll just go fine. We're going for this one here. We're going... Whoop! No, that's not how you do wing. Somebody... Useless. I just wanted it at the back, as far back as it will go. Otherwise it looks silly. There we go. Now, wing! All of the huge wings. See, now we can have a proper almighty wing. Look at it. It does actually, I think, have an effect on the performance of the car with a wing. Unfortunately, I can't make it higher. I thought I could, but apparently not. There we go. We can have a... we could have an aeroplane wing on the back. Unfortunately, it kind of ruined on this one because it goes through the little sticky, like the tail fin bits. So we're not going to bother. But yes, you can have ludicrous wings on your cars. Handles. You'll go for door handles. Shall we keep with this sort of chrome thing? It seems to be working. I think it works on this car. Since a lot of the body is already, we might as well keep with the theme. Bonnets, you can have your racing scoops on your bonnet. Again, I think these add cooling. Yes, they do add cooling as well. So you can have your big racing scoops and so on if you are so inclined. Well, this is actually kind of a fairly simple one. I'll have that actually. Just add a little bit of almost detailing to the front of the car. I think were there sort of racing scoop ones? Yeah, there you go. You can have that kind of thing there. If that is what you are after, but this isn't really a racing car, is it? Exhausts. Ah, yes, we can play around with exhausts. I don't know if I can put them in the chrome bumper. I cannot. So we're going to have... Shall we have like a... Yes, we will have 2 central exhausts on the boot. What could possibly go wrong with that? Other than every time we go to open the boot, you're going to get very warm hands. Yes, we will have that there. You can have like these little lips, so you can add. You apparently can't add it to. You probably can't add it to this car actually because it's got the chrome bumpers. You can normally add these kind of extend bumpers out and so on. Because this has got all chrome stuff, you can't, and you can't add side skirts at the moment. And badges, yes, we're going to have one of these on the car, make it look like a proper vehicle. We will have one on the bonnet there. I always just use this one. I don't know why, it's just what I've tended to use. And we'll have it on the boot as well. Okay, that's the visual parts of the car done. Colours, well, of course, we're going to have to be orange. And then you can have it in matte, or you can have it in super gloss. So we're going to go with that. Oh crap! I put the engine the wrong way around. I will remember them too eventually. My bad. Yes, we want rear-wheel drive. That is the one. Right. You can have four-wheel drive as well. You can make off-road. You can make sort of SUVs, off-road truck kind of things as well. But for now, we're building this thing, so we're going to go with longitudinal rear-wheel drive, and now we're going to build a new engine. Now, we needed more than 241 horsepower. We might as well go for a V8. It's a classic American car. We're going to have to go for a V8. But we've got to remember, we've got to keep the price and so on down. I don't think... we don't have to worry about production units. Ooh, I didn't realise that. Okay, we don't have to worry about production units, so we can go for as fancier stuff as we want at the moment. Shall we go for... No, we won't go for... Oh, we've got to actually remember to make sure it fits in the car. So these little arrows will show if it fits in the car. If it's yellow, it means it's a fairly tight fit. If it's... okay, maybe not. Maybe it's just yellow then on that. I don't know. If it goes to red, it means the engine ain't going to fit. So we will go for a 5... Shall we go for a 7-litre V8? Sure, we will go. We will go with just about a 7. We'll go for a 7-liter V8 in this. Oh wait, we do need to still have some comfort and some drive. Maybe we won't go for quite such a big engine. Maybe we'll just go for a 5-liter. There we go. We have got to use push rods, which are basically the crappiest thing you can get when it when it comes to this. I would much rather use these that you can get a lot more power out of, but this is what we are restricted to. Aluminium, we total cost. We've got to keep it under 14,000, but 14,000 isn't that bad. You can often get away with lots of extras, so we'll go with that. Forged steel. Now it says requires forged works. When it comes to the career mode, I'm assuming there's going to be sort of you can upgrade your car company, but in the scenarios mode you don't need to worry about it. So we're going to go with forged steel on there. Now we are going to we've got to be careful of price here because this is going to add up quite quickly. As these are going to actually no, I tell a lie. These are cheaper than the heavy duty ones. In fact, actually, this one here is the cheapest. We probably want torque. This isn't going to rev particularly high anyway because we've got the crappy push rods at the top end, and the rest of this stuff here. What do we want? What's cheap? What can we get away with that's quite cheap and half decent? We don't want. Yes, we wanted torque. We'll go with We won't go with. Can we? It's not that much more expensive. Bugger it. We'll go with forged. Oh no, wait. We want. That was torque. Yeah, we've got torque. That's what we're wanting. I'm not going to touch this stuff yet. We will come back to all the compression and cam profilers and so on. So that will be important later on. Okay, that's an interesting. I've not seen them head covers before. We're having it, and of course, it must be in orange. Right, we can't have turbos, so don't have to worry about any of that. Naturally aspirated. We're going to go with an injection on this engine. Sure, since we can. Again, I'm guessing carburetor is slightly cheaper, but bugger it, we're going with this. Total cost 2,000 as opposed to 400. Yeah, a little bit expensive, but we might as well make the most of it. Again, this will give us. We'll be able to get more power out of the engine. I'm hoping here. I love how the the standard one is the most expensive here. These are all a lot cheaper. We'll go for the performance one. Bugger it. What fuel do we have to have it on? Does it not specify? Often it specifies what fuel you have to have. Shall we go for just regular? There we go. That'll do. And again, I'll come back and adjust this. That's probably going to have to go down. That's often a thing that goes on these. Sure, we'll go with that again. We're trying to save a bit of money now, so I don't waste everything. Exhaust diameter. Well, I don't know how much power. We only needed to get 241. 241 plus. We will see how much we can get out of it. Or should we go for dual exhaust? Yeah, we'll go for that. None on catalytic converter. We'll go for there. Sure. Right, now we start it, and now we find that it will probably break horribly, but that's okay. When it breaks horribly, it tells me what I need to change. $4,000 on the engine, that's okay. And there we go, kablang. Yeah, as I expected, we're going to have to lower this down a bit. Now, I do like how they've got this little screen thing now. So if I change, for example, this, I can change this here. And you can see in real time what it's doing. I don't have to now keep pressing the buttons to check. You can see what power we're getting out of the car, what power we're getting out of the engine and so on. And then if we want to go over here, we want to put that up there somewhere. We can probably put that up there, and then we come back over here. And you can change all of this, and you will see what you're doing to the car as you go along. Now, I'm not particularly good with all of this stuff, I will be honest. I kind of just guess, and sometimes it works. 270 horsepower out of this thing. It's not really amazing, is it? Can we? Oh, what's unhappy? Engine running too rich. So if we reduce this down a bit, we need to. Okay, that's got back happy there. Reduce. I don't know what it wants me to do for these. Well, we can put it down to sort of like there, and then that makes the engine much happier. There we go. Engine is happy currently, and then you have all of these. You can fiddle around. If we do that, you'll see the exhaust bit goes, and then yeah. There we go, put it back to where it was. It will show you what part's failing, and that's quite a neat system, and I'm quite glad that we can do all of this. We need to get at least 240 horsepower. I want to get a decent amount of horsepower out of a bloody V8. It is an old V8, and they're notorious, as I'm sure many people will know, they are notorious for having crappy horsepower. Can we get any more out of you? No, not really. 246, 78. Can we get 250? There we go. 251. Hey! What an abysmal amount of power out of this engine. But it's not going to blow up, at least, because everything here is green. That means everything is happy. It'll do for now. I may come back and I may end up having to come back and tinker with all of this. We will see. If I ran on super leaded, does that doesn't really seem to change? Doesn't really change anything. Bugger it. We'll stick where we were. Right. So now we should go through all of that. Yeah, we're at 300 foot-pounds of torque, 251 horsepower, and some figures down here, and I can't remember. What did we need? We'll have to actually finish the car off to see how we do on the these requirements. Right, now it comes to sort of running gear, driveline. Automatic gearbox gives us a high drivability, apparently very high comfort but very low sportiness, or we can go for a manual that's apparently low comfort. And I disagree with that. Manuals are perfectly fine. We may have to go for automatic just to get the comfort more than 34. So as much as I hate to do this, no, I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do that. We're going with a proper gearbox. Speed, yes, we will do 211 miles an hour with 200 horsepower. Somehow I don't think that's going to work. Sure, it's probably not going to do much more than 110. Differentials, these start getting quite expensive. That one's for off-roading, basically. Not that we don't need it. And that's starting getting too expensive, so we're going to leave it with that. Tyres, we were going to be, we want drivability high, so we'll just stick with long life road tyres. This doesn't need to go off road, and they are the cheapest ones here, so bugger it. We'll go with it. Go for some steel wheels, and I don't really like any of these. Basically, sure, we'll go with them. Why not? Now we come to the brakes. Again, this is all going to be affecting the drivability and comfort and so on. We want disc brakes on the front. We're going to be cheap on the rear. That will do. We're not going to bother with any aerodynamics. We don't need any of that stuff. Brake. So you can change the cooling between engine and the brakes. I tend to stick a little bit on the brakes. Not that it seems to make a huge amount of bloody difference. There's plenty of there should be plenty of cooling on this car. It's got a huge, great big grille at the front, so we should be okay. Seats, we needed 5 seats. Now we need to make sure we have prestige and comfort quite high on this car. So as expensive as luxury is going to be, we're going to go for that. Then entertainment. We'll go for premium again. We are adding on the price. So I can change it down if it gets too expensive. Power steering and anti-lock brakes, they add to, I think, drivability we're going to be doing. And safety, do we have to have a specific safety? Safety more than 50. Well, we'll go for standard and then see what it comes out as. We've still got suspension. Here we go. More bits to add. We can have standard, progressive, or hydro pneumatic. That sounds expensive, basically. Yeah, that's 600. That's 61. And that's 28. We'll go with progressive. Sure. That adds a bit of sportiness. And we don't need to worry about sportiness, do we? No, that adds some comfort, though, which is what we're going to want. That adds some comfort and drivability. Presets, we'll just have it at normal. You can adjust all the setup and stuff. And then that, I believe, is everything done. And then we will find how we have fared. There we go. Economy, 13.5 miles a gallon. Actually, that's probably not too bad for a classic American, sort of one of these size cars. Probably not too bad. Fairly heavy, 1.5 tons. Total cost, we are well under budget on the total cost, which is good, because safety, we need to increase the safety. What are we at safety? 47.3 on safety. Prestige, we are good on, actually, because it was only 30 we needed. Drivability, more than 36, and we are only at 22. Okay, well, I can get the safety up very easily, because we just go type advanced, and that will... it'll cost a bit more, but we're well under budget. And then, ta-da! We are done. Safety 61.1. Haha! We're getting up to Volvo levels. I don't know what I assume the safety goes up to 100, maybe? I don't know if these are out of 100, this lot. Sportiness 8.2. Well, what did you expect from this? Drivability. How are we going to get drivability up? Now, I'm not sure. If we go... Okay, let's try solid discs on here. If we go 2 pistons on both, we should have better brakes. Will that increase the drivability? I think it did. I think we were at 21, weren't we? Since we're still within budget, bugger it. We might as well... Yeah, we're still well within budget, actually. Can we go up as far as... These, they get very expensive, but let's try it. Are we more than 36? Where's drivability? No, that doesn't seem to have changed it. I swear that added drivability. Drivability high. Oh, it was drivability high with them. Okay. I think we were on that one, weren't we? Yes. Okay, now, what else changes the drivability? Where were the tyres? These ones here. We shall add... No, because they don't add... Apparently having sports tyres makes the car harder to drive. Surely that... No, never mind. Again, semi-slicks make the... Wouldn't they offer more grip? I mean, okay, maybe in the rain they're not quite as good. Are we going to really have to go with an automatic gearbox? It will probably now clear quite easily. Are we clear on... No, we're not even clear on drivability with an automatic gearbox. Bugger it, I want my manual back. Proper gears, there we go. Now, do any of these offer more drivability? Low, very low. No, none of them offer any more drivability. Oh, I know what we could do. There's another little slider you'll notice here that is quality. Now, if you increase this, it vastly increases the price of stuff, but it will increase... So, for example, we're increasing the tyres here. It should increase drivability. It has a little bit, but not by very much. Oh, crap. Where did... Did it not save? I'm not sure. Oh no, because we were on tyres, weren't we? Bugger it, never mind. My bad. How are we going to increase drivability on here? Can we do... I don't really know what this stuff... I've not played about with it. All the downforce. Will that make it easy? Doesn't think it's going to do a huge amount. Okay, quality on this one. It's not going to change it enough. Now, it could be that the engine itself is a bit difficult. I thought the engine was pretty good. I thought the engine was okay. I thought we didn't have any... Yeah, I mean, it's this decent figures and so on. I'm just flicking through it. There we go. Reliability. I don't know if there's a drivability thing in here. Responsiveness. I don't know if that's good or not. It's been so long since I played this. Smoothness seems okay. I know what we could do. Can we change any of the... even these things down here, drivability. I mean, we've got all the good bits on here. I've gone for all the good handling parts. We've gone for a good chassis. Okay, not the nicest material, but that's not going to do drivability. That one has drivability high. That one has drivability high again. That's the highest option we have, I assume. Yes, it is. Again, this should be the highest option that we have. Indeed, it is. Do these make any difference? I'm guessing maybe slightly lower weight is... Well, it should be good for drivability, but I don't know if it's going to make the big enough difference that we need on here. Oh no! Now the Prestige is fallen because I made it out of fiberglass, and drivability did increase slightly, but Prestige has fallen. Come back! Oh, we want to make it out of steel because apparently that is more prestigious than fiber. Glass. Sure, whatever. I don't know what to do about the pissing drivability. I haven't had a problem with this one before, and I can't remember how I would fix it. Oh, maybe if we have much better brakes. Shall we have 100% race brakes? Yes, we will have race brakes on our cars with huge brake discs. Huge brake discs. This seemed to do some stuff last time. Have we got it up to 35.6? We're almost there. Oh, tyre widths. Tyre widths. There we go. Make it better. Hold on, I'm fixing the tyre widths. We're going to have as big a tyres as possible. Oh, the 225s. There we go. Oh, I forgot about tyre widths. Oh, no, we can't do that on there, can we? Put that down to there. That's the ticket. There we go. 225s, tyres. There we have our car. My first vehicle. It is rather a boat of a car, but it passes all of the requirements. It only costs, what is it, $11,462 to make economy is 13 miles to the gallon. It does weigh 1.5 tons, but what else did you bloody expect from something of this great big size? Has fantastic brakes, I would hope. There is also a test track that you can take the cars around, so you can compare your times to, like, if you're building multiple cars, you can see what lap times you can do. They have, we'll just get rid of this though. They have their own little made up test track, and you can also go to the Top Gear test track. Only it's not called Top Gear test track, and they've made up names for the corners. And then you can send the car around somewhere. Start, there you go. You can send the car around, and it will go and give you a lap time. I think that was for something else I was messing about with earlier. So yeah, you can compare how your cars do on each track. A quarter of a mile time is 16.38 seconds at 89 miles an hour. Is there a top speed? I don't know. There probably is somewhere. Accelerating 0 to 60, 0 to 62, 8.3. That's not too shabby. That's not too bad. A 0 to 60 time. But there we go. That is a look at automation. A fantastically fun game, this. There's been so much more detail added since I last played this. There's lots of stuff to be doing, because you've got the whole car building, sort of running gear selecting and so on. And I do like the scenarios that restrict you to having to use specific things. I like using these crappy push rods have restricted what I could do with this. But yeah, I have very much enjoyed messing around this game. If people want to see some more videos on this game, please do let me know in the comment section. I'll have a look through some more of these scenarios, or maybe try and build some ludicrous engine in the sandbox mode. But that is it for today, so thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.